Welcome back. So, this entire series so far, we've been running on Office, which has served us very well, but I think we're at the point where we have a lot of money and we're expanding pretty quickly, so it's probably about time we open up our own office. And as you can see, I'm messing around with a couple designs, trying to figure out what I want the building to look like. I think I end up opting for a 7x15 on the lower floor and 8x15 on the upper floor, which gives us a room for a couple offices floor. I'm trying to aim having like somewhere around 8 to 10 people working on the floor, so it should serve us well. As you can see, kind of aiming for a modern style where the bottom floor is mostly windowless, with most of the emphasis being placed on the upper floors. So you guys will have to let me know what you think. I end up messing with the windows a lot. I wasn't sure if I wanted it to be all windows on the upper floors, but I end up going for is having a group of 3 windows with a 1 grid gap in between. So let me know if you guys like that, but yeah, ended up being fairly long, or at least the time to build it was. I think so far it's up to 4 hours that I've edited it down to about 20 minutes, so it's about a 600% speed boost. So I don't know, a lot of work done in this video, but I let just the video play for a bit, and couple minutes I'll hop back in and ended up spending a good amount of time trying to figure out the layouts for the upper floors. For the second one, I ended up going with 2 bigger rooms, one for accounting, one for support. I can each accommodate about 4 desks, which is about where our teams, at least for accounting and support, are getting to be. And then I had the other middle space be for a break room. That way our people have somewhere to eat or drink. And for the upper floor, I wanted that to be where core team's located. So I had one bigger room, about 4 desks for our main core people to be at, along with a conference room. And then I had 2 bigger, like 1-person offices for our 2 founders. Since you know they founded it, I think they deserve a nicer office. But I ended up having 1 extra room, which I was originally planning on having a meeting space for, just for the entire company to use. But later on in the video, which you'll see, I realized that we need to, cool and heat our building, and since the big roof AC units need a space to put it in, and I end up turning that space into a mechanical room, which is fine. But otherwise, I want to give you guys an update on future videos. Currently working on tips and tricks for Software Inc. I plan on probably releasing sometime later December, so I'm still working on the footage and come up with ideas. So if you guys have any suggestions or any tips or tricks for this game, let me know. I would appreciate it. And I apologize as I'm editing this video. I realize whenever you work in the basement, Software Inc. likes to occasionally flash like a white border around the screen. So sped up, it probably looks a bit annoying, but I do apologize. But otherwise, I think I'll let the video keep playing for a couple minutes, and I'll update you in a few. Okay, I'm already back, but as you can see, we're starting to furnish up the space. I'm doing the reception room right now. As you see, the time of recording, it's December, so I put up a Christmas tree. So if you're watching this a couple months from now, it might be confusing, but that's why. Then now I'm starting to do the printing, which was quite a challenge. I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed on how I managed to organize the space in the end. It was a pretty small and awkwardly spaced room, so trying to get many pallets in there was quite a challenge. I think I ended up putting some overhead conveyors, which I had never used in any of my playthroughs, but it's fun figuring out. But I'm definitely gonna need to either expand the space underground sometime in the future, or even potentially just build a dedicated printing facility, because this room is definitely too small to be our printing space for the long term. So let me know your guys' opinions, but otherwise, the last couple minutes of the time lapse is just gonna be me finishing out the space. So I'll get back to you guys at the end of that. Okay, we are back. So here's our finished office. It's looking all complete. Didn't cost us too bad considering. I think it was about 1.5 million. If I look right. Uh, where do we find? Yeah, construction cost 1.52. So that's a solid, amount to pay for our starting headquarters. But I'll give you guys a quick little tour around it. So at the bottom we have our reception area. Weirdly enough, a lot of our employees like to eat their food down here, even though we have a break room on the next floor, which is interesting. But over here we then have our manufacturing, or I should say printing area, which looks to be working all right. We'll go down a floor real quick. Down here we have our servers. For right now we only have 3, but we can add, at the current size, we can add like 9 more servers, but right now they don't really have any load on them, so we'll be fine in that department. And then up here we have our support offices over here, and then people are working away. And then on this side we have accounting, doing well, and then a little break room in between. Oddly enough, it doesn't seem like any of our people use this table to eat. Instead, they go down to the reception, which is weird. But maybe we'll replace it with a couch or something and hopefully fix that issue. Lastly, we have our 3rd floor where our core team is, along with a little meeting room and then our founders' offices. And yeah, that's the office. In the future, we might expand either vertically or just add a couple more buildings. You guys will have to let me know what you think we should do. But otherwise, this video has gone pretty long. I already know it's going to be a monster to edit. But otherwise, as normal, if you guys have any feedback, feel free to let me know. I enjoy hearing it. And other than that, thank you guys for joining me once again, and I'll see you next video.